Hey, you guys, today we're going to be talking about offenses. I think we can all honestly say there's been plenty of millions of times in our lives that we've been offended, and we're talking about the power of offense and the connection to the unconscious belief that it has. That thing that lights us up inside, that thing that activates us, that thing that can actually free us. Activations are freeing. They're powerful internal awarenesses, insights, and breakthroughs. They're the key that sets you free. So a lot of people get activated by talking about activations and call them triggers. I was so triggered when, and then they go down this road of offense. And that's actually one of the tactics that is used because especially when it's connected to a powerful internal unconscious belief that you have as an identity about yourself. It it exposes yourself, and there's beauty in exposure because then you get to heal what's revealed. But many of us turn the other cheek, right? And then we turn away from the experience, perception, and sensation of pain and towards pleasure. And a lot of times that's towards running and numbing, towards bottling and stuffing up our emotions, to distracting ourselves. We talk about all of this in my masterclass Transform, the top 5 archetypes of the emotionally abused and neglected, and then go into completely healing from the core and the root of all this and transforming past pain to present power. But today we're going to talk about this offense. And it truly is what it is. And it's perceived as a personal offense, a personal attack. It's experienced as a personal offense and attack, although it isn't intended to. It's intended to help you with breakthrough, to help you be a catalyst and a tool to your healing, to your restoration, to your transformation of the internal unconscious beliefs you have about yourself. But you can't do that if you're not aware of what they are. You can experience what they are through conversation and relationship, through contemplation of conversation of relationship. And a lot of this happens as a reflection of other people's experiences with themselves, their own personal internal judgments that are projected onto you and shown to you through your relationship with them, through your connection with them. Two that we're going to highlight today are questions that are commonly asked, phrases that are commonly expressed, like, do you really think that? You can be sharing, connecting with someone, talking to them about anything. It can be something that is a problem in your mind and you're seeking advice for a possible solution, or something you're moving towards that you're excited about, something that is going to be challenging to you, something that is going to be motivating for you, empowering for you. This works in all ways, always, and it always has an impact and an the opportunity for you to experience an activation and breakthrough, growth, and development. So when you're having a conversation with someone and they say, do you really think that? And it's met with contempt. Your experience of what follows that is met with contempt, is met with disdain, is met with, really, you don't think that? Because, and it's followed up with a story because I'm going to share a recent personal experience with you. I'm going to do a 36-mile journey with an incredible group of people who do way more than this. I normally and naturally do less than that. Distance wise, strength wise, we're going on a 36-mile experience and we're doing it one day. I have not trained. It's not something that I need training for, and it's not something that I know I can't do. But in sharing this, we're going out for a hike, we're going to see waterfalls, hot springs, all these things. That's just my thing. And we're going to go out, experience that, come back. It's going to be a 36-mile day. It's going to be absolutely magical, epic, incredible, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I shared this with someone, and their experience with me was, you really think that you're in shape enough to do that? And I thought, well, we all are in shape. We're in a shape. What's your definition of shape? Is it a perfect shape? If it's you're fit enough, you've trained enough, you've done enough, right? It's a doing enough. And a lot of us get caught in this contempt trap of doing enough. I haven't done enough, so that means that. I haven't done this, so it means I can't do that. And a lot of this energetically and the frequency of it is met with constriction and limitation. Do you really think that? And in the contemplation of this, I realized that that was a projection of that person's experience. Could I really do that? Am I really in good enough shape to be able to do that? So there's a comparison. We're always the main character in our own story. So when we're putting ourselves in this, so you really think that you're in good enough shape to do that, or you really think that you can do that based on your credential, your background, your education, your experiences. It is often projected through the lens and the filter of limitation, not yours. The person you're connecting with and having that experience with, the person you're experiencing that conversation with. It's all being filtered through the lens of their own personal limitations and expectations. Unmet expectations, unmet goals, hopes, dreams, or met goals, hopes, and dreams, and then where they're at in their journey to the next. Where they're currently at as the main character in their present life is connected with you and shared with you. Your experience with that, really, you said that about me, and there's an instant meaning that we make it mean about ourselves. So you don't think I can do that. So what, you think of that. So what, you think of this. So what, you think of that. And there can be contempt there. There can be this trap there where you experience your own limitation because that's projected through the filter of your personal, internal, unconscious beliefs that are then shared with them. So it's this toggling of this game back and forth. And this is like the game of life. It's what's played. And so when someone says, do you really think that? And it activates something inside of you that feels like, really? Oh, you want to, and you notice the posture and position of your body immediately following that. Or maybe it's too late, or you notice it after that. It's never too late. It's never, ever, ever too late. There actually isn't such a thing. You're always right where you need to be, right where you need to be, with who you need to be with in every moment of every day. And I think a lot of us think, well, if I weren't there, then this wouldn't have happened. It all happens because it all has a purpose and a reason. A lot of us just continue repeating old patterns, cycles, habits, and behaviors without extracting the purpose, the reason, and the lessons, and then wonder why we constantly feel trapped and stuck. But it's through really deepening and connecting with your own personal, internal, unconscious beliefs that have you see and experience things like this for the gift that they truly can be. Conversations, relationships, especially ones that are met with, so you really think that? And you're like, oh, yeah, no, not only do I think that, I know that. Not only do I think it's going to be fun, challenging, it's going to grow me, it's going to expand me, it's going to be an incredible opportunity. So I'm looking forward to it. So that person's fear can be met with your excitement, and the transformation of fear to excitement can happen like that when you're in alignment with personal, empowering, internal, unconscious beliefs. All of it gets to transform, and it gets to happen like that. It gets to happen quickly. It gets to happen rapidly. It gets to be the thing that sets you free. It gets to be the thing that you see and you're like, I see what this is. I love this for what it is. I'm not activated in a way that I'm going to project pain onto you. I'm activated in a way that I get to more deeply and compassionately connect with you and me. Connect with myself, understand what I'm made of, really understand the vastness, the beauty, and the depth of who I am and who you are, and extend that compassion and grace towards you as well. Another one that came up, number 2, this comes up often. What will you do if you're having conversation, connection, communication with someone, and they say, what will you do if? And it's immediately met with the energy and the frequency of, oh, feeling stuck, feeling, I don't know, as if there's something you need to do that you haven't yet done or aren't doing in this moment, that if you don't, is going to take you down the wrong path, the wrong road. And a lot of people, through natural, normal conversation, ask, what will you do if? And you're like, oh, but, And then you're the one left with the frequency and the energy and the vibration of feeling stuck. You're the one left with questioning your power, your purpose, the path that you're on. So you're not left with trust. You're left with, again, oftentimes internal confrontation through their question and the frequency and the energy that had, what will you do if? Almost like that person's asking through what you've shared with me, what would I do if? How would I know if I'm on the right road? How would I know if I'm making the right choice, the right decision? If I'm doing what's right for me? Again, understanding and realizing they're the main character in their own story, as are you. So what will you do if? What role is your character playing? What are you experiencing as you witness yourself experiencing trying to go there? What would I do if? And just seeing maybe some things you didn't see before. Seeing maybe that there's a projection of a limitation there that through conversation and contemplation of conversation, you are going down these rabbit holes of these questions. And going down rabbit holes isn't going down the wrong road. It's the beauty and it's the power of our mind. And it's the beauty and the power of our consciousness. But understand that's met and partnered with unconsciousness, with subconscious beliefs, that driving force, the beliefs that lead to these types of conversations and our energetic relationship with these, the frequency that they have. Are they solution focused? Are they trust focused? Like a solution, I have to do this to get that. Is there something you have to do that if you're saying you don't do or can't do or haven't done yet, that there's something wrong with you and that you're not where you need to be? Or is there a frequency, an element of just trust, of surrender, of release, of a deep soul knowing that it actually can't ever be on the wrong path, that it all gets to be used for a purpose, that you're on the journey of extracting the lessons, the opportunity, the depth of relationship with yourself and with others, and that all people that come into our lives are for a time, for a purpose, for a reason, for a season, and get to be part of the big picture, part of the entire story. And what frequency and energy and vibration are we choosing to hold in that moment? Are we choosing to hold trust? Are we choosing to hold surrender? Are we choosing to hold a deep inner knowing that no matter what, we're going to be okay? Regardless of the path that we choose or take, it all gets to be okay and it all gets to be part of this experience. Or are we holding contempt and anger and, you know what, cancelness? I'm cutting you off. You're out of my life. I don't like you because you said this about me and it made me feel limited. No one can make you feel. I love when my daughter reminds me of this truth because we've shared expressions of it. It's truth. No one can make you. We always get to choose to. We get to choose this. We get to choose what to connect with. We get to choose what thoughts to hold on to, what ones to release, surrender, and let go of. The ones that serve us and the ones that we find don't. And we get to choose the length of time that we hold. And a lot of us have been holding that stuff for far too long, for much longer than serves us. So when we're getting into this, and if you're being asked these questions and they're continually activating you, but not in an expansive kind of way, they're activating you in a contractive kind of way that makes you want to pull in and retreat and use your defense mechanisms, your protective mechanisms, your numbing mechanisms, and go down a road that you know or feel like leads to nowhere. There's really no road that leads to nowhere. All roads lead to Rome. You just might think, I'm not getting there fast enough. I'm not getting this breakthrough in the time that I desire. Where's trust in all of that? Trust in yourself. What are the beliefs that you have that support that? And that is this powerful internal work, is deeply connecting with the core beliefs that you have that support the life that you live. When you're ready to transform those, I would love to connect with you. You can always find out more about working personally and privately at sarahpicaro.com. That is it for today. Sending you all love. Bye for now.